The Concordian timeline. No. Guys, this is like, you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the Marvel movie timelines. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, this is phase 3 of Marvel. And, you know, summer of 2022, you're gonna get, you know, Captain America or something like that, right? Oh my god. So Concord, Highguard, Marathon, and Horizon coming 2026. The Concordian timeline. And then, yeah, where's the thing that I could find it? Yes, Timeline Concordia, Precursor Events, Concord and Ship Concordia, Original Sin Concord, Pale Imitation Highguard, SJW Acid Trip Marathon, Zero Diet, Absolute Diabetes, Horizon Zero Dawn, and then who knows what comes up after that. No, I think this is really going to be it. And what about Assassin's Creed Shadows? It wasn't, I mean, no, Assassin's Creed Shadows was bad, but it was nothing like these games. Like, these games were generational flopperooskies, okay? Like, it was so bad, I don't even know what to say. Let me see if I can pull it up. And where the fuck did it go? I'm looking for this. Okay, Highguard. Highguard. Okay. So, where's Veilguard? I feel like Veilguard wasn't even there. It's not even there at all. Highguard's dev team got laid off. And this is also... This is some guy, I guess maybe it's like some Japanese guy. Highguard's dev team got laid off. Horizon Hunters Gathering got more dislikes than likes. Relooted released DOA. Ubisoft is in flames with strikes and cutbacks. Seriously, Western devs, stop, just stop. The Western devs can't stop. You don't understand what their goals are. So basically, and we had another person, I want to just go ahead and bring it up. I don't know how many times I'm going to have to do this, but this insistent keep looking at this thing, please, you're just going to get instantly perma'd. If I don't read your message at the beginning, there's a reason for it. It's because I don't care. I don't want to talk about it. So anyway, let's move on. It's just an annoying person. Anybody that's trying to get my attention will get permabanned. Just type your message in chat. I'll choose to read it if I want to, right? That's it. It's very simple. And anyway, Western devs just stop. These Western devs will never stop. The reason why they won't stop is because they don't care. They don't care if the game fails. That doesn't matter because the game being successful isn't relevant to them. What's relevant to them is if the game reinforces their worldview and they can put that worldview into one more thing. That's what's going to happen here. And so you have the Horizon, 96,000 dislikes. Oh my God. Wow. That's bad. Holy shit, that's really bad. Okay, push the agenda even if it kills the industry. I mean, again, yeah, they don't care about the industry. They don't care about any of that. So that's the reason why all of this stuff is allowed, and that's why it keeps happening. It's because they don't care about the outcome. It doesn't matter whether Highguard succeeds or not. It doesn't matter whether Relooted succeeds or not. The only thing that they care about, it doesn't matter. Remember this? It doesn't matter Highguard boss comments about the game's player count. There he is. The man who killed Highguard. Right there. You see him? He did that red message a while ago? Yeah, sure. And that's why do we let them take over the gaming industry? The reason why we let them take over the gaming industry is because a lot of them are women, and the people inside of the gaming industry are simp loser nerds that never get attention from women. So the only way that they can get attention from women is by being obedient little good boys and doing everything that they're told. That's the reason why they were able to infect the gaming industry so easily. It's the same reason why they're not able to infect things like fitness as easily, because a lot of the guys that are involved with that are good-looking guys that don't need to capitulate to mentally ill, borderline disorder women, right? That's the reason why. It's actually so simple. And whenever you think about it, it's all of the nerd hobbies that are being colonized by toxic women, because those are all the different places where these guys are hyper-permissive to women because they don't know how to deal with them. That's the whole reason. Like, I know this is like a politically incorrect thing to say, but it's fucking true. So anyway, Highguard did come out and make a post about this. They did. And this was their announcement. Balance and technical updates patch. What about the balancing the team patch? Oh no, they didn't even put that there. I guess, yeah, is there... Oh, wow. They haven't said anything about this at all. Bug fixes. Man. So they didn't say anything at all. It's facts, brother. Yeah, it's just the way it is. So they never made any comment about this? Let me see if I can find this. High guard. Comment. Layoffs. Yeah, I don't know if they said anything about it. Fuck. I don't know where it is. I guess not. Well, anyway, they're totally done, and it's over. And I think that's probably it for High Guard. Wildlight have laid off most of their team. According to Alex, there's a lot of unreleased content. Yep, and nobody wants to play it. And there it is, guys. And so we've got screenshots taken a week apart of the same day. They just announced layoffs. Servers will be next. Exactly. No, it's over. Like, this is what happened, right? Is that if you make another boring, shitty game, and here's the other thing, is that if I look at High Guard characters. These characters don't look that cool. These are your typical Western developer characters where, like, it's just, again, none of these characters, like, the only cool character they did was this guy. I think this guy looks fucking awesome. This is the only cool-looking character in the entire game, in my opinion. And they didn't even release him at the beginning. So, yeah, copy-paste. And you compare that to, let's say, like, Marvel Rivals characters, right? So you've got all these characters that are really fucking hot, and they're like, you know, they look good, they're visually appealing, they're, you know, fantastical, etc. Then you compare it to the High Guard characters, and they're just mediocre. At the end of the day, and I will reiterate my position on this because I like to do this over and over and over because nobody will ever listen. If you're adding characters into the game and they look like flat-chested, middle-aged women, just turn off your game. Just don't release it. Nobody wants to play as that. It's disgusting. It's annoying. Nobody wants to cosplay as this character. Now, I'm sure there are instances where it kind of makes sense inside of like a story like, you know, Ghosts of Yotai. Like, I mean, she wasn't really sexualized at all, and people like that game. But in a very general sense, whenever you're making a character creator or, you know, a character selector, you want to make characters that people want to be. Nobody probably wants to be these characters, so that's it. When you compare it to Marvel Rivals, everybody wants to be these characters. So that's it. Flat's the superior size. Well, if you want to have that, then she's got to, I mean, they're not very attractive, right? They're not appealing visually. They're not hot. There is no reason why you should be adding characters in that are ugly. That's fundamentally what it comes down to. You just shouldn't be doing it. And I feel like with a lot of cases, they just don't even think about this. They don't think about this at all. Look at Overwatch new tank character. Well, I haven't seen that yet. But all I'm saying is that anytime that I see new characters added into like a Western video game like this, and they look this way, it's just a dead game. It's a dead game. Because anytime that I see this, everybody that watches me and everybody out there is going to look at it and say, oh my God, they're doing it again. They're doing it again and again and again. They look generic as fuck. They do. It's a dead game theory. And I'm obese and I look, and I don't want to be represented in games. Yes, exactly, right? And I think there's a lot of people that feel that way. Millennials make characters like NPCs in Final Fantasy. Millennials make the characters look like they do. That's the reason why it happens. They want these characters to look the same way that they do for whatever reason. Now, in my opinion, I think that's a very, very bad way of making a game character, right? Because most people don't want to look like you do. I mean, there's a few exceptions, but there's very few. And so, anyway, if you make these kind of characters look this way, it's just simply not going to be very successful as a game. And every single time, if you see video game characters, if you see a girl character inside a Western game and she's not really hot, the odds are the game's going to be garbage. It's true. It's true. And I feel like my success ratio on this is like 95%. And like there's only been like a couple of exceptions, if that. So you can pretty much bet on this, okay? So he's right. Yeah, and I know people might not like to see that. They might not want to hear that, but it's fucking true, man. It absolutely is. Characters don't need to be attractive. They need to be unique and interesting. But if they're not unique, they better be hot. Yep, that's exactly it. You've been saying this for a number of years, that people still push back. Well, the people that are pushing back are just weird morons, right? And again, the thing is, what I find to be funny about it is that every time that I get the pushback, It's just a matter of time until I'm proven right. It's only a matter of time. We don't need huge player counts in order to be successful. Do you need developers? Feeling good, boys. Feeling really good. And this is logic applied to humans IRL also? It actually does. So, like, if you're, and there's even a term for this, right? Is that whenever you have, like ugly people in general, nobody wants to look at somebody that looks weird, right? And because of that, you probably don't want, like, if you're a weird looking person, you're probably going to have a harder time in life. Like, it's just literally that simple. Like, the more unattractive or unappealing you are, the more difficult your life will become. Now, I'm not saying that people that are attractive or normal looking don't have struggles and problems that are unique to that. They do, right? But like with stalkers and other weirdos and stuff like that. But in general, you will be treated like a second-class citizen or like an inferior person if you are less attractive, right? This is obvious. And I think that a lot of people don't want to admit this because it's something that everybody does. Men do that, like it happens to men, it happens to women, it happens to everybody. And in a lot of cases, it's something that you can't really control. Like if you're a guy and you're a much shorter guy, you are spawning in with a massive debuff and you're just fucked. If you're a woman and you have some sort of facial deformity or something like that, you're just fucked. Like, and even for me, right? Have you guys ever noticed, this is going to sound crazy, have you guys ever noticed that a lot of my thumbnails are me covering part of my face? There's a reason for that. It's because I know I'm a very weird looking guy. And so in a lot of the cases, it's better for me not to really show my face in that regard. And I even went farther than that. And so even more than this, I even said, whenever we did merch for OTK, I said, don't take pictures of me in the merch. Like, I'll wear one shirt. Okay, we're going to have it out there just so it looks like I'm there. And then other than that, put everybody else in it, but not me. And you know what? It was better. It was better. And so the problem is that a lot of people are unwilling to look at this because it makes them feel insecure or it makes them feel bad. And I feel brother, yes, exactly. And so I always make decisions based off of what is, not what I want it to be. And the fact is that, no, you do not, you will have a massive, massive disadvantage in life if you are not seen as attractive or at least even normal looking, right? It's a insurmountable, not insurmountable, but it's a huge disadvantage. So yeah, that's the way I look at it. Big breasts of the poor man's copium? Maybe, right? Are you the successful then? Well, I mean, in general, right? I mean, I would say that if I didn't look weird, I would probably be more successful. I think this is undeniably true. And I think that people that don't look weird or something's not wrong with them, they will inevitably be much more successful. It's definitely true. And also it's because I played video games. And the other reason too is because the majority of my audience is almost all guys. Like, I don't have any girls that watch my stream. If you look at a lot of other normal like streamers, they have like a 10 to 20% female audience. I have like a 5%. I do. I have a 5%. It is extremely low. And that's it. No, I'm telling you, how do VTubers play into this? Well, I think you answered your own question, right? I mean, how many VTubers are ugly, right? I mean, like, no, it's all hot anime girls. That's what it is. So, yeah, it's that simple, man. And anyway, I transitioned so you get female viewership. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. But yeah, that's it. You really think that looking weird forced you to get a personality? If you were attractive, you'd be dumber? I think that's mainly a cope that people that are ugly tell themselves in order to rationalize why, their, unique interests are better than other people's. I think that's totally a cope, and I wouldn't take that seriously at all. That's at least what my opinion is on it, right? So, yeah. I worked at A&F, you had to be good looking, you did some modeling, both gay, I'm aware of this, as a bad looking guy. Well, I'm just telling you, right? I mean, you've got to look at, like, I mean, if you go, listen, I don't want to talk a lot about myself. It's not really about me. But, like, all I'm saying is that if you look at me on an IRL stream, like, obviously, I'm going to make my camera, and I'm going to use, I'm going to try to make myself look decent on camera in front of this. And I still look weird here, too. So imagine what it looks like whenever I go out in public, right? Oh, my God. So, no, absolutely not. I look like why is it? Here's a good question, right? Why is it that whenever, every single time, a mummified medieval 12th century serf from England gets exhumed from the mud out of a swamp, everybody starts tagging me in the photo because it looks just like me? Really? I mean, what are we doing here? This is, oh wow, this exhumed corpse. You know who this looks like? It's Asmongold. No way. And no, I'm being honest, right? That's the way it is. So I'm not too worried about it, right? That's life. It's Spawn RNG. That's the way it is. But either way, yes, being ugly, being unattractive is a massive debuff in life, and nobody wants to look at you. And people will automatically dislike you on sight for that reason only. That's the way it is. And you might not like it, but that's the case. And anyway, if you do that in other games, it is going to be the same every single time. And so yes. And you could time travel back to the Middle Ages and fit in no problem. The worst part is that you're completely right. You are. Like, every single time that I see, like, some medieval king or, like, some old, like, you know, crazy guy or, like, I mean, Shakespeare or something, I look a lot like they do. It's like I basically have, like, a legacy build. Like, if you go back to the year probably 1400, there were a ton of guys that looked like I do. But now there's, like, none. So I'm, like, one of the last ones out there. There is. No, I'm being honest, guys. If you look at a lot of these, like, medieval kings and shit like this, it's true. Neanderthal? I don't think that's necessarily it. And a lot of people treat uglier people nicer because they assume they're humble and better looking personally. Well, that's just disproven by every study that ever existed. But okay, sure, you want to say that? That's copium, in my opinion. But either way, yeah, that's the way that I feel about this. That's where we're at, right? And so you make games that look like this, you make characters that look like this, you're going to massively fail, totally crash out, and everything else in between. So high guard layoffs have happened, and they are learning the same lesson that I have been trying to teach them for years. All you guys have to do is listen. That's all you have to do is listen. Vlad the Impaler? Fuck. Fuck, man. I don't have the mustache. To be fair, I do not have the mustache. Oh my god. So no, there's a handful of these, and it's just... I don't know how it happens, man. I really don't. Am I a time traveler? I guess so. And it's just, it's very, very weird. You're inbred? I guess so. Do it for a meme? Yeah, guys, I was born in the wrong century, okay? Like, I'm like maybe, like, 500 years late. That's it. Did you respawn? Yeah, bro, I wasn't born. I respawned. No, there's a few other ones. Like, if I look at this, I think there's just this one too. Like, where the fuck? I just... Like, I don't know how the fuck, man. Yeah. Jesus? Yeah, what the fuck? And so... Bro, what? I don't know how this happened. I don't. Like, this is the thing. And so, literally, exactly. And so, I don't know. And then also, bro, this is the worst part. Fuck, man. Fuck, man. Like, that's where we're going. We're going there right there. And so, ugly as fuck. That's what I'm saying. And so, I got reincarnated, apparently. A forehead? Yes. Check Charles II of Spain. Okay, this does not look like me. Listen, it does not at all. The guy, listen, I do not have a chin like that. It's not true. Like, as much as you want to say it, it's kind of funny, but not really, okay? Like, the chin, definitely not that one. Yeah, sorry, guys. And, the third one? Not really. I mean, I don't think so, right? I don't think so. And, yeah, I don't think so at all. Look up Jeremy Allen White. I don't even know who the hell that is. But there are plenty of these other, you know, like old fucking, you know, medieval kings and shit like this and random people that somehow I do have a very interesting resemblance to. And I find this to be very, very interesting. I could just say that. Extremely interesting. But yeah, bro, like whenever I saw this one, this shit stressed me out. It did. It stressed me out. Czech Dostoevsky? I don't know. I think I know who that is, but I haven't seen it. Let me go and I'll see if I can find No, I mean, like, not really. I mean, like, maybe a little bit, but... Yeah, I don't really think so. Like, I don't have the cheekbones for that. It's different, right? And let's see here. I'll go Frederick Barbarossa. That's like a pirate. I'm pretty sure I don't look like a pirate, do I? Like, there's no way I look like a fucking pirate. No, no, not at all. This guy looks like a fucking Giga Chad. What do you mean? This guy looks like a badass. Oh my god. Yeah, I wish. Bro, I fucking wish. Like, what do you mean? Yeah, and so anyway, Charlemagne. Okay, I'll do one more, then I want to move on, okay? Because it is kind of like, it's silly. I mean, not 100%, right? But I don't think it's 0 either. Oh, man. Yeah, I'd say like not in a few years. I mean, yeah, the guy's a lot older, so it's harder really to say. This is apparently, it looks like about the youngest picture of him, right? I mean, like, not quite. Like, my nose isn't that big, okay? So, that's it. Look up Jesus, AI face match. It's your ancestor? Maybe. I have no idea. But where is it here?